Thank you for tuning in. It's been a little while since we have shot a video with Irvin, and we've decided to do it a little differently today. We're going to start doing this as much as we can. We are doing an interview through Webcam. He's in his office, I'm in mine, and I just want to ask him a few questions that have been submitted through Facebook. Irvin, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fine, Vince.
Are they keeping you busy in the front there?
Well, somebody's keeping me busy. I know that for sure.
All right, well, let's get started with the questions. The first question is from Cody. He wants to know, what does the Bible say about Israel becoming a Palestinian state?
Well, it doesn't really say that Israel will become a Palestinian state, but it does say that part of the promised land that should belong to Israel will in fact become a Palestinian state, speaking specifically of Judea. Matthew 24, verse number 16, the Bible says the time will come when those Jews who live in Judea will have to run for their life because it will be under Palestinian control. And of course, just recently at the United Nations, there was a request submitted by the Palestinians to take Judea and put it under Palestinian control. It appears that even the people of Israel are resigned to this happening. So a portion of the whole of the promised land will end up under Palestinian control. That will happen at the agreement, the peace agreement that will start the final 7 years, as is prophesied in Daniel chapter 9, verse number 27.
So is that going to happen next week, or how soon is that going to happen?
Actually, what happened was at the recent meeting at the United Nations, the quartet is calling for talks to resume immediately, and they want the territorial issues and the security issues to be settled within the next 3 months, and the final agreement to be done by December 2012 at the latest. I don't know whether they're going to get it done that quick or not, but if they do, this is really amazing to think about. If they do, the final 7 years will begin by December of next year.
Margie wants to know, do you think this European debt crisis will bring in the reign of the Antichrist?
You know, it's a great question, number one, because the answer is yes. We're watching a resurgent Germany right now. Most people don't realize what's happening, but the European Union has the world's largest economy. They passed the United States a year or two ago. Most people don't realize that. And furthermore, Germany sits at the middle of this European Union as the strongest element by far. What's happening is all of the nations in the European Union, many of them are very weak economically, so they're turning to Germany to bail them out. Well, Germany has been bailing them out, but with a price. There are always terms that are dictated. You have to start running your economy our way, and we have to have control over that. If you want our money, then it will come with strings attached, which, of course, even the Bible says that the borrower is the servant to the lender. That's certainly proven out here. So the Bible does teach the Antichrist will come out of the United Europe, and we're watching that Europe being melded closer and closer together by the present debt crisis, and Germany is becoming stronger and stronger as the leader. Germany's always led Europe for the last 1,000 years. Germany's been the dominant force, and that is what's happening again right now as a result of the debt crisis.
Sam, for our final question, Sam wants to know, the fourth horseman and World War III, are they the same event, or do they take place during the same time?
Well, the fourth horse era, which in the King James Bible is called the pale horse, but the proper translation is the green horse. Green is the official color of Islam, and the fourth horse is a prophecy of Islam. We live in that era right now, and the World War III, which is depicted under the sixth trumpet, will happen during the fourth horse era. Here's how we know. We can prove theologically that the sixth trumpet war must occur before the beginning of the Great Tribulation. And the fourth seal happens just before the fifth seal, which records the Great Tribulation. The fifth seal is Revelation 6, verse number 9 through 11, and it talks about souls under the altar, crying, "How long, O Lord, will thou, until thou judgest those that have shed our blood. And the Lord said, just remain for a little while until your fellow brethren should be killed like you were. So the fifth seal is the Great Tribulation. The fourth seal, the green horse era, is just before that. The Sixth Trumpet War is just before the Great Tribulation, which begins in chapter 10. The Sixth Trumpet War is in chapter 9. So they both do take place in the same era, even though they may not be the exact same incident.
So they're not the same incident, but they happen during the same time.
Yeah, and Islam will definitely participate in the Sixth Trumpet War because the Bible says the war starts from the Euphrates River, and the Euphrates River is a 100% Islamic control river, every single inch. So they are so closely interrelated, it's hard to separate them, and the war will undoubtedly end the Islamic era and throw us quickly into the Great Tribulation period.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for submitting your questions. We're sorry we couldn't get to all of them, but we will definitely try to do more of these and get to more of your questions as the time goes on. Irvin, thanks for taking time out of your schedule to do this.
Thank you, and God bless you all.
All right. We'll see you.